Welcome to Project Sullivan. My name's Gilbert.
And I'm Gogo. What are we doing today, Dad?
On this week's episode, we have our New Year's resolutions episode.
Exciting.
Right?
And sorry if I seem a little distracted.
If you can't tell, Gogo's driving currently. While we are driving, let me give you a little backstory here. On this week's episode of Project Sullivan, in our continuing effort to help those less fortunate than us, we are going to save someone broke down on the highway.
As you can see,
my name's Gilbert.
and I'm Gogo. All on this week's episode of Project Sullivan.
Oh, you know what the best part about this whole situation is? Gogo, what's today?
My birthday.
Yesterday, our buddy called us. He was going to visit his family for the holidays, and he was driving to the airport, which is, in this case, 2.5 hour drive away, and he broke down. So we are going to save him. He spent 20 minutes looking for why his coolant has decided to exercise itself from his vehicle.
The heater core hose connection Y thing broke, and it decided to spontaneously combust. So now we have to travel 30 minutes out of town to go to this van, fix the van, drive the van back. This is gonna be fun.
All you guys in the comments below, let us know about a time you broke down on the side of the road and had to call someone for help. Van's right there. I didn't expect the van.
Oh yeah. We have arrived.
We've arrived. Let's go check out the damage. We are currently here on location, hunting down the notorious, the wild Town and Country in its natural habitat. Broke down on the side of the road. If you see here, when the radiator hose blew, it got everywhere. Now that the hose is located, it connects here on the firewall, and then underneath the coil pack. We're gonna try to start every year with a look back at the previous year. So let's take a look at some of our more interesting projects on Project Sullivan. What was one of the ones you can think of, Gogo?
Personally, I really love the Nova.
Right? Gogo's first car, the 1979 Nova. What did we do on that car this year, Gogo?
We do a will it run on it and drive it home. After that,
We do another will it run on it
because it wouldn't start.
It barely ran.
Yeah.
And then we did a carburetor rebuild.
For an update, the Nova starts up reliably every time now.
Good. There was the clutch we put in the Dodge Ram.
Oh, yeah. Flashback to frustrated Gogo.
Oh. Now it's going bad, Gogo.
What?
The strap is falling off the nut.
Ah! That hurt.
What do you think of putting the clutch in the Ram?
I think if it was on a smaller vehicle, it'd be a lot easier.
But, you know, you got to put your first clutch in somewhere. What about the 2014 Ford Focus?
I was only there for half of that adventure.
You were only there for half that episode. What did we do in that series?
We put a hitch on it.
What can you remember about the Hisun?
The Hisun, I remember the carburetor needing to be rebuilt.
We did rebuild the carburetor on it.
I also remember... No.
That's where we learned our motto. If it's got a carburetor, that's probably what's wrong. By the way, the carburetor is broken on it again. Just to let you know.
That's like you guys haven't seen it in a while.
How did you feel about the Ford from last year?
Don't get me started. Okay, my opinion on the Ford is that I think the engine's worth more than the truck itself.
I think it's a great truck. It just needs a little bit more TLC.
I think it needs a lot of love and affection.
How did you feel about the race cars from this last year?
Honestly, I freaking love racing. I always have. Being able to drive the race car, that was a dream come true right there.
I've always been more of a build the race car rather than watching a race car, but that's me. Driving it's fun, for sure.
I have also always loved NASCAR. So.
Right. We can't forget about the 1984 GMC Jimmy.
That's one of my dad's most sought after projects. We have some big plans for that thing.
We do. We did a Will It Run on it. Please check that out. The description for all these videos will be in the comments down below.
Yes.
And last but not least, what did you think of the Razor buggy we built?
That was the first project on Project Sullivan, so it has a special place in my heart. And JT absolutely loves that thing, and I think it was worth the restoration.
Right. That is the one that started it all.
Alright, let's see how far we have gotten on fixing this 2009 Caravan. Town and Country, not Caravan. Alright. Is anything gonna fall out of here?
Probably.
Yep.
Not so bad. What's the first step, Go-Go?
So I can put this thing on there?
Yep. Okay, so the short piece right here.
I know where that went.
The short one went here, and then the other one should fit as they fit.
Oh, I messed up.
How so?
I can't reach the hose clamps now.
Remedy it. Can you guys see the influence of the jacket? Now when you do that, you want to make sure to drop your channel locks, because at Project Sullivan we make the mistakes so you don't have to. Also, they sell a specialty set of pliers for this, but I've never owned a pair, so channel locks.
They do?
Yeah.
The fact that Gogo didn't know that shows that we've never owned a pair. Hey, at least this is one of the easier minivans to work on.
I'm gonna push that bad boy. This is the harder one, so I figure if I get this one out of the way, the other one should be easy for Go-Go. Over.
What a wonderful day in the neighborhood. What a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
Now you want to use your best wire strippers to do this.
That worked really well. I don't know what you're talking about. Project Sullivan special because we're on the side of the road.
Now why did we do this, Go-Go?
Why? Oh, so we can put the hose on there.
Yeah, we had to move the hose clamp back to put the hose on.
Alrighty. Nope, not yet. Okay, that hose is not coming. Okay.
There we go. Perfect. It is absolutely horrible to film on the side of the highway. Never do it. Number 2, we've got our wire in. What's the next step, Go-Go?
Coolants!
Yeah! Let's go get it.
Back to town. When I say back to town, of course, I mean the back to the Suburban. Did you find a free pen?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's gonna be any good.
There's no way to test.
Make sure you get coolant all over your hands and your GoPro.
Okay.
Now I did talk to Uncle Scotch before coming out here, and he told me that on Chryslers, the newer ones like this, you want to burp the system. I have no idea how to do that. I might Google it, I might not. But here on Project Sullivan,
You make mistakes so you don't have to.
we make the mistake so you don't have to. Miss.
Alright, not as bad as usual. Oh, there it is.
Now by burp, I'm hoping he means turn it on and let it run with the cap off.
All right, and that's how you get a van off the side of the road.
Well, we don't know.
Hopefully. All right, so he's in the van. I'm in our car. While we drive this minivan back, here's a secret. Here's an idea. Why don't we go and look at some of the future plans for Project Sullivan?
Looking ahead at the upcoming year, let's talk about some of our favorites from the last year that we're bringing back, like our 79 Nova.
Love that car to the death, but it's been a pain.
You will be seeing that more in the future for sure. Possibly the F250.
Possibly. We don't quite know what we're doing with that yet.
Yeah, it's a little iffy. In fact, if you look at our community tab, you'll see voting for a lot of the options we will be having for Project Sullivan. We'd like to get your input back too. Comments also do that same thing. We're definitely bringing back our race cars.
For sure.
Well, Uncle Scotty's race cars. We're definitely bringing back 20S's race cars. The creme de la creme, our 1984 Jimmy. We'll be having that come back. Or Blazer, whichever you want to call it. They're basically the same.
We have a lot of exciting projects in the future, including a lot of builds I think you will enjoy, including
turbocharged 850 Volvo.
Yeah, sounded like a good idea when we bought it.
Mm-hmm. What about the 90s model Mustang?
Including
We're going to be doing a mini bike, probably real soon.
a golf cart, maybe further down the line, a little bit.
Right. And a Chevy C10, square body Chevy, bringing another one back.
Love this. You gotta love the square body Chevys.
That's a possibly. We got to see how things turn out.
Yeah, that's still the gun.
We're going to be working on Uncle Mark's Power Wagon this year.
Gotta love the Power Wagon.
70s Power Wagon. And last but not least is going to be our 1955 Chevy pickup hauler. Our 1955 Chevy work truck. I'm excited about that one, actually.
I love the way the truck looks.
In 2023, be ready to see some of our more popular series, such as
Will It Runs,
our mods and repairs,
our racing episode,
and our special events. You can also vote for that on the community tab. Finally, there's quite a few things we would like to add this year to our show
that we have been trying to get to, just haven't yet.
Such as
junkyard walkthroughs.
Right? We want to do a few junkyard walkthroughs. Get some auctions going.
Gotta love the auctions.
Yeah, try to get to some auctions. Check those out. Car shows. We want to try to get to more car shows out there.
Maybe one day.
Automotive reviews and reviews on tools.
Ratchet noise, ratchet noise, ratchet noise.
And last but not least, we're talking about doing some automotive-themed parody songs. Let us know what you think about that also in the comments below.
I don't know. Will we still be Project Sullivan? Foreshadowing at its finest.
We're getting close to getting back to town. Our temperature gauge has not moved. It's right at perfect. So we'll keep you guys posted. If we have any problems, we'll be on the side of the road and let you know.
As always, we'll make sure to keep you guys updated on everything that's happening here on Project Sullivan. So make sure you guys stay tuned.
If you've been watching this long, you might as well subscribe.
And while you're down there, comment what project you would like to see more of in the future, and what was your favorite.
Oh, and remember, don't wait for opportunity. Create it.
From all of us here at Project Sullivan, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, all the other holidays.
Right. See you next week on Project Sullivan.